Welcome everyone. Today we'll have a video on some of the most extreme and difficult achievements in the game. In this video, we'll look at two of the most difficult achievements in the game, which is getting hit by lightning, and also talking to different NPCs for over 2,000 times. There are also a lot of hidden achievements within the daily commissions, which can give us special rewards and also Primogems for the achievements. So we'll go through a lot of those. In total, we're looking at least 10 to 11 of those special achievements, which we can speak to different NPCs. And depending on the choice we speak during the special daily commission, which is rendered, you can have those special achievements. For example, you have to be getting the incorrect number of the ship counts with this particular daily commission to get the achievement. So you don't get things right, you still get achievement. So those are very interesting and very difficult to achieve. Now coming to the most difficult and most random achievement in the game is actually getting struck by lightning. I could not actually find an English version of this achievement because I don't think anyone in the English version has posted this one. So this is the Chinese version from the content creator流萤Zz. What he says is basically this achievement requires us to get struck by lightning. And in order to do so is, there's different tricks he shared as well. So what you want to do is, there's two kind of weather conditions. There's small rain, there's massive wind. During the massive rainstorm, you have to be lucky enough to get struck by lightning. And if you get struck by lightning, you'll have this achievement. And not many players have been able to get this one, because no matter what you do, you have to get it randomly. And people have tried to set the timers. Over here, he shows people, change your timers, go to a particular location and try to get struck by lightning. I don't think it's very practical, but just so you guys know, if it's lightning around, try to run under the lightning and get struck by lightning and you get a special achievement. You probably take some damage too. There's a lot of theories, having electric heroes, running to the top of the mountains, looking for lightnings. He showed a lot of those. So this one is the most difficult and most random one because you can't just do it properly. You have to get struck by lightning. And he's going for a full team of lightning, going for electricity, going to the top of the mountain, trying everything out to get struck by lightning. Now, if you guys thought the lightning achievement was extremely random, this one is extremely tedious. Coming from the same content creator,流萤Zz, and also BanSugar also shared this one on the tavern. So they shared pretty much at the same time, on the 5th and on the 6th for those videos to be posted. So what you need to do is, you need to talk to different NPC over 2,000 times. We come to the English guide because this one we can read, right? So this extremely tedious achievement is called Friends the World Over. What you need to do is you need to speak to all sorts of NPCs in the world to get this achievement. You need to speak to likely 2,000 times or 3,000 times. So the achievement says meet all the people during your adventure and get 10 Primogems for doing this. And the credits over here also goes to Kenny over here for spending 2 hours on this achievement. You can see the content creator here finding Denti, which is one of the NPCs with the shortest line to speak. Basically, she says, okay, goodbye traveler, have a good luck. He says to do this, basically, you need to do this for about 2 hours, speaking to different NPCs, finding the shortest dialogue. And once you find the shortest dialogue, notice he got it over here. He's like, I have muscle memory now, so he's clicking so fast. So it took him 2 hours to speak to 2,000 times. And I tried a little bit, but my fingers and my mouse were gone, so I didn't complete this one for you guys. Some of the next ones, I have completed them because I was fortunate enough to find those daily commission hidden quests, so I'll share those with you as well. But I think this one's extremely tedious. The lightning strike one was extremely random. So those are some of the most difficult achievements in the game. Not a lot of Primogems, of course, but I'm sure 99% of us have not achieved this one, because no one in their right mind speak to 2,000 times. The Chinese content creator also did a calculation. So to speak to NPCs 2,000 times, let's say on average we speak to an NPC 5 times a day. That means we need 400 days to finish this achievement normally. But it took them 2 hours to speak to 2,000 times. And credits to them for making this possible. So流萤Zz and also BanSugar for sharing this one. Extremely, extremely difficult, but it's interesting to know. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Hey, why are you showing us those low Primogem achievements and they're extremely difficult? Now it's time to show you guys something very useful and something you need to know before the commission or the hidden quest starts. So what happens with daily commissions, guys? They are possible commissions. They're also the standard commissions. So this is from the wiki fandom for Genshin Impact. So there are commissions with prerequisites. There are also commissions that is just the basic ones. Sometimes you can spawn the prerequisite ones because you have done this before. Some other times you get the random ones. The random ones are very rare. So once you get those, they actually came with hidden achievements and also Primogems. We'll go over 9 or 8 of the best ones, and I'll talk to you guys about the details, and I'll go through some of the replays of us getting more Primogems. So coming to our first random encounter with the special daily commissions, this one's called a novel plant. What you need to do is, you need to go to Charm the Knight to find his novel, and after getting his novel, the NPC will ask you to deliver it to another NPC. Now after speaking to Charm the Knight, you'll be delivering the novel to the NPC, but before delivering the NPC, Primogems here will proc a message. She's saying, hey, he's supposed to show his novel right to the NPC, but why don't we have a sneak peek? Here you got two choices. I've had this quest twice, so I tried both of the choices. During the first time, I was like, okay, no sneaky peeky, and if you don't sneak peek, you will not be able to get this special achievement. So over here you can see a separate encounter of the same quest. So if you miss some of those, it's okay, but that's why I want to show you guys all of those, because if you find them, you want to do the correct choices. So here I said just a sneak peek, and if you sneak peek, you actually get to see the novel. You don't have to read the entire novel, but just by sneaky peeking and picking the right choice in the daily commission, well, I did have a good read over here. What you're going to see is, so after I was like, oh, it's a pretty good novel, Primogems says, and here you're going to get a special achievement. This novel is amazing. Notice by picking different choices in the daily commission hidden quest, you can actually get different achievements. And there's a lot more to be found, so I collect all of those for us. Coming to our next random encounter with one of the rare daily commissions. This one is in the Ring Harbor as well. So this is the Cliffhanger. The story speaker is going to have his story to be told to the public. What he wants to do is he wants you to ask different audience about what story he should be telling people, and you'll be speaking to different NPCs. So by speaking to two different NPCs, they will give you some of the novel points for the story to share, and you're going to be running around speaking to different NPCs. And once you spoke to all the NPCs, come back to the particular storyteller and you can give him the novels. And by giving him the novels, don't leave. Stay where the story novel is. So here he's going to, after seeing the script and how he wants to tell people the story, he's going to start telling the story. And as he tells the story, you get a hidden achievement once upon a time. Notice you do have to give him both of the novels. So notice there's two novels, so this one will take twice, but you have to give him the different novels. So give him this one and the other one. Don't give him the same one. Once you've heard both of the stories, you get this hidden achievement as well. Now if you haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so. Make sure you also turn the bell on for the latest news as I find more of them for us. You can see that we're really dedicated for Genshin Impact. We'll have builds, guides, tips, news, and events updates for everything that's Genshin Impact related. Now I'm sure by now some of you realize that, hey, if I don't get those random commissions, how do I know, the commission actually gives me achievements, or if it doesn't? I've come to the fandom, and over here on this section for the possible commissions, what you want to do is, you want to go to the commissions, the Cliffhanger, Damning the Wrath, those ones that have a special text on the side, they will give you special achievements. So what I did was, I select all of them over here, we'll go through each of them. Unfortunately, I did not get some of the random encounters of the commissions, so I can't show you guys in a video. I was trying to collect all of them, but I realized every day I'm trying to find them, they're too random. Sometimes I got them, then because I wasn't aware, I just click random buttons, then I got the wrong choices. And because of that, I didn't have a good recording for you guys. You can see the few I achieved. There's a lot more I haven't achieved. So it's good so that we know what to do with those, and those can be very helpful. So what I'll do over here is I'll go through some of those important ones with you guys. The first one is going to be Damning the Wrath. So what's happening with the Damning the Wrath daily commission random task is that you have to speak to Shooter over here, which is the GM gambler trader. He's going to ask you to gamble on 3 of the gems or the crystals over here. By picking a random one, people say there's no way to tell which one's the real one. If you pick on the first go the right one, he will actually have a special dialogue. And after speaking the special dialogue, he will actually give you a hidden achievement, which is coming with the Damning the Wrath. So I did not select the right one. I happened to got this achievement, but I was recording, I did not get this one correctly. So you get a beginner's luck achievement by picking the first right one. So it's not the rightmost gem, keep in mind, it's a random out of the 3. So while you're speaking to him, try your luck. This one's interesting because you'll be doing this anyways. If you're lucky enough, you'll get on the first go. But if you don't, in the future, you can still give it a try. Now the next hidden achievement is actually very unique and very easy to do, but I actually missed this one. I had this done before, so I was supposed to food delivery for the Good Hunters. The Good Hunter is supposed to deliver someone a particular meal, and there's a special achievement. If you actually eat the food you're supposed to deliver, you can actually get the achievement, get your own amazing food, which is Primogems. So what happens with this daily commission, which is random, you come to the Good Hunters, she will give you a special food. By going to inventory, eat the food that was given to us. And after eating that, you have the special achievement. Make sure you eat it, but not deliver it. This will not give you all the rewards for the commission, but you will be unlocking the special achievement, which is get your own amazing food. This is very nice. I've only gotten this once, but during that time I was too noob. I just delivered the food like a noob, right? I should have eaten the food and get the achievement. For this one, the random daily commission is called the Geo Travel Diary. You have to speak to this NPC, which is mentioned. He is located on the temple. This is where the temple is, and if you see a daily commission that wants you to speak to him, this is very interesting because you have to follow a few procedures. What we need to do is we have to collect all the story about the Geo Archon quest, and to do so, basically over here it outlays what you need to do. Notice here you have to give him 4 different categories of items. The first one is a lot of the random ones, the second one is quite a bit, the third one those gets a little more extreme and you have to give them a particular type of food. And finally, the last one, he asks for Glazing Lily. He doesn't ask you of those, but if you give him one of each type of the items, he will give you one type of each type of the stories. By reading the stories, you actually unlock this special achievement. Unfortunately, I know this achievement available, but I've never gotten this randomly, so I can't show you guys a replay. But after unlocking all of those, he will give you the achievement for the Geo Archon, and this is pretty interesting. I thought it's also a good time to come to this post by juclecia here. How could you tell? So this was a player that was doing this daily commission, and he had Zhongli. She had Zhongli to speak to him. It's like, oh, I'm going to talk about the Lord of Geo. Have you heard of our Lord Geo? And Zhongli is like, tell me more, my friend, tell me more. So it's pretty funny. And what you want to do is, if you get this random one, you have to give the right items, guys. Give one category, second category, third one, and a fourth one. Don't give him the same item from the same category. Now, I spoke earlier about achievements that require us to give the incorrect number or incorrect information. For this particular achievement, so the quest name is 1 ship, 2 ship, and 3 ship. For this one, you have to come to the NPC over here. Oh, she disappeared. She walked from there to there after I was recording. The NPC moves. So you have to come to Lightening, and when you speak to her, she'll ask you to count the number of ships that's outside, that's coming to the harbor. What's going to happen is there will be 3 kids. Notice the 3 kids that's jumping over there? You have to speak to the kids. The kids will tell you different stories of how many ships come into the harbor and how many ships that's leaving the harbor. And by doing so, you can actually come back to her and report the counts. Basically a simple math deductions. And usually most of us can get it right if you're actually paying attention. But for this quest, you want to get it wrong on purpose. By getting this wrong, what's going to happen is you will be getting a follow-up quest. So the next follow-up quest is you get to say sorry to Lightening because you count the ships run, and you're guaranteed to spawn the next quest. By getting the next quest, you actually get a special achievement. So this is actually really nice. You want to get it run. Now, I'm sure most of you have heard of the next achievement, which is the daily commission to feed the ducks with Timmy. I won't go this one with too many details. It's similar to the previous one, which you count the ships run. You have to do a very bad act of killing Timmy's ducks. And if you do so, you get a follow-up quest, so to apologize to Timmy. If you follow that quest, you have a special achievement for that one as well. It's like taking responsibilities for your actions. Now, the next few ones, what I want to highlight is some of those just require you to have all the possible variants. So if you get a pirate evasion one, you want to have all the possible variants. So similar to the previous ones, you want to select all the choices. What I want to focus on is this one. I actually got it wrong before. So poetry exchange. Elon Musk, they're making a joke over here. So Elon Musk is a little girl that wants to speak to different Hilichurls. If you speak to them correctly, so it has to be correct sequence this time. So correct dialogue out of many choices, which I was not paying attention, so I got it wrong. I failed this one and I didn't get the achievement. You have to get this right. So what I want to do is I want to come over here to show you guys what you need to speak. So once you get this quest, guys, come to the link. I'll have this one for you guys in the description. Come to this one. You have to pick the right choices. If you do not pick the right choices, you will not be able to get it right. It's quite long, so I won't go through all of this in detail, but once you pick everything correctly, you will be able to get the achievement. Now, the thing is, if you don't get this daily commission, it's not going to be useful. So that's why I won't go over it. But if you do get this daily commission, then make sure you know the poetry exchange, you want to get the right dialogues. Because those are rare. You want to capitalize those opportunities when you can. Now, I'm sure some of you might have done this random daily commission once or twice before. This is one of my least favorite NPCs in the game. He's located over here, Tavesky, I cannot pronounce his name. He's actually from Snatchnaya. So he's located over here, and what you do is you come to him, he will give you a task of doing things about his business. So there'll be 3 choices. you can go to the top of the hill, you can go fight monsters, you can do the delivery. So you have to do all 3 of those choices. Once you have done them correctly, you get a healing achievement, the Perfectionist. I recorded a few, but I wasn't paying attention because I didn't know this was an achievement. So the part that's the biggest is you have to do all 3 of the tasks separately, and this takes 3 tries with his daily commissions. You have to do it flawlessly. What that means is, as you fight different monster camps, I'll come to this monster camps as example over here, you actually have to do this flawlessly. That means you cannot break anything. If the monster camps, notice here they have actually like, those containers, boxes, there's a lot of them when you do his quest. If you break any of those like this, you'll fail his Perfectionist achievement. So you have to just kill the monsters, don't break any boxes. If you touch one of those, you're gone. So if you touch one of those boxes, you fail. I tried with him once, I broke all the boxes of course, and he's like, you failed. He didn't give me any of the rewards with the daily commission. I mean, I got a 10 Primogems, but nothing special. But it didn't accumulate to the Perfectionist achievement. What you want to do is, when you do his particular task, you want to be extra careful. Pull the monsters away, kill them slowly, don't break any boxes, and pick all 3 of the choices. Once you have done that, you're getting this Perfectionist achievement. It's a little difficult, but it's interesting. This merchant is so stingy. I was speaking to him for 1 achievement, and what he does is like, he's like, oh, keep a guy rating, what's wrong? He's so stingy, and he doesn't give you any good things in the daily commission. He gave me 5,000 more instead of giving me the enhancement ores and other good stuff. He's so stingy. Now, similar to a lot of these special previous achievements, you have to do something wrong or give the wrong item. For this one, it's called the limitation of adventure. Herman over here is actually the father of Elaine, who asks you to break a lot of the training dummies. Because you keep breaking them, what's going to happen is, you're going to come around here next to the Adventure Guild, he's going to spawn and you're going to speak to him. Once you speak to him, he's going to ask you to fight different monsters. And I did that. I had that quest before. By killing those monsters and looting their particular spikes from the Hilichurls, you come back to him. The biggest thing is, you have to give him the damage dummy. If you give him the damage dummy, Elaine will have the damage dummy, and this will give you actually a special achievement called the Make Do. I gave him the good dummies, thinking she can get some good practice, but you have to give him the wrong one. Once you give that, I think it also spawns the next quest. The next day, you get to break some dummies. You got to break some dummies with Elaine in the night trainings. She's training to be a knight, and you got to break 5 or 6 of those dummies in 2 seconds. Those can be a little challenging, so make sure when you get this quest, guys, with Herman to collect the training dummy, practice target dummies, you gave him the damage ones to finish this achievement. For me, I gave him the right ones, so I failed that one. I got it right, but I didn't get the achievement. Now finally, there are also some of the hidden achievement that comes with reputation. For this random encounter of the daily commission Whisper in the Wind, you have to speak to Glory, whose boyfriend is Godwin. She will send him good wishes by sending Dandelion Seed. You have to do this 5 times, in total to get a special achievement for the love of Godwin. Those are quite standard, and eventually you come to it by doing this 5 times. So I thought I'd highlight this one just so you guys know, when you get different achievements, sometimes by repeating them, it's actually a special daily commission jackpot or daily commission catcher for the special ones. There's also something similar. So if I come to Narita over here, so this post was made very recently because I was just looking at different achievements and this one came up. So I thought I'd share this with you guys as well. So you have to complete Friendship level 10 with 8 different characters, and he said he completed up to 4 now. So what it seems to be is you want to get 8 characters to Friendship level 10. This will take a while, and he just completed only 4 of them. He got the Primogems before that. So I do believe this is a 5, 10 and 20 Primogem achievement. So there is a benefit for getting more friendship, if just for the name card or for the achievement. To summarize this video, we had a look at some of the most extreme achievements which you have to be hitting by lightning, or you have to speak to NPC over 2000 times. We also had a look at some of the more practical achievements which comes with the randomness of the random event spawning every day with the daily commission. The biggest thing is to be aware that you can get a lot of Primogems and a lot of hidden achievements if you do those correctly. So I have the links ready for you guys, and I highlighted all the important ones. Some of those ones are pretty standard, so just by doing the quest, you can get achievement. Some of those other ones, you have to do things differently, like eating somebody else's food. And if you didn't know that, you won't get the Primogems, you won't get the achievement. So that's why I highlighted all of those special ones for you guys, and hopefully you find it helpful, and I'm sure most of you have not done the first 2 before. So same as me. I haven't gotten struck by lightning, I haven't spoke to NPC 2000 times yet. So those are very interesting. It's a fun way to play the game. And when you get daily commissions, now I'm really excited. I was like, oh, let me see what daily commission I get. Maybe I can do a hidden achievement. I was like, I'm so prepared. I know everything. So that's the fun part about the game. I'll continuously to look more Primogems for us. And while doing so, we'll have some fun with it as well. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips, and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Genshin and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.